And is sponsored by Allstate. As millions of Americans hit the road for the holidays, Allstate's Winter Driver Report shows driving can become even more dangerous this season. The study finds drivers are more likely to speed or use their phones during the Christmas and New Year's rush. Joining us is Allstate safety expert Brian Tidwell with winter driving tips to help keep travelers safe. Most importantly, Brian, thanks for joining us. Great to see you.
It's great to be with you today. Thank you.
Sure. So let's start with preparation. What are the must-have winter essentials people should pack before starting their holiday road trips, and the items most drivers forget but really shouldn't?
Yeah, really planning ahead of time is really the key to all this, and making sure that you're setting yourself for a safe trip that's uneventful. So having in your car all the time, maybe during these cold weather months, and in Salt Lake City, throughout a whole lot of the United States, you could get snow at any moment. So having some type of traction material, maybe kitty litter or some hard rock salt, something along those lines, is important to have. Also have a flashlight in your vehicle. If your car gets disabled at night, you got to be able to see where you're going and what you're doing if you're trying to effect some type of repair. Also have a blanket for everybody in the vehicle in case you're stalled. Have snacks, water, things along those lines. Make sure you have that. I'm also a big advocate of getting a reflective triangle or two that you can put behind your vehicle so that the vehicles approaching you are going to be able to see you a little bit easier, a little bit more ahead of time. You want to check your car or your SUV, whatever you're driving, ahead of time. Really important to do that, to make sure your tires are properly inflated, that you've got the proper levels of oil, including antifreeze. And one thing that a lot of people make a little bit of a mistake with is they don't consider the windshield washer fluid. Really important to make sure that's full when you leave the house, and maybe even probably carry an extra bottle with you. If you've ever been in that sloppy weather, in other words, you're driving down the highway and all that slop is coming up in your windshield, if you don't have windshield washer fluid, your vision is going to be obstructed severely, and it's going to happen very quickly. Also, make sure that when you start your trip, make sure that your fuel tank is full. But when you get around to half a tank of gas, you can't always anticipate when that next service station is. So look for some place when you have half a tank, get it filled up again, and make sure that you're maintaining that level of about a half a tank of gas and no less. We can't always anticipate what's going to be open, if there's going to be something that would obstruct our way to get there, but the last thing we want to do is run out of gas. Now, the Allstate app, I encourage everybody to download that app. There's a lot of good tools on there, including DriveWise, which gives you real-time input on how you're doing as far as your driving. And really important is it has roadside assistance feature that you don't even have to be an Allstate customer to use. You can just use that. If you get off on the side of the road, your car's disabled, something has happened, you've got access to the resources to get the help you need so you can get fixed and get back on the road.
Yes, I've used that roadside assistance, and it comes in handy. And Allstate's data shows holiday driving behaviors get riskier from more speeding to higher phone use, especially around Christmas and New Year's. What should drivers keep in mind as they hit the road during these higher risk holiday windows? The easiest thing in the world that you can do is just slow down. It really is important to slow down. Speed and distraction, put the phone in your pocket, keep it there. A lot of people are tempted, a lot of us are tempted to pull that phone out and take a quick look. When we do that, we take our eyes off the road, we start to drift. That can put you at a much higher risk and could cause a collision accident. We want to make sure that we have it accessible to us, but keep it in your pocket. Make sure you consider the travel time that you're facing. Really important to do, to make sure, if I know that the trip I'm taking is going to take, say, hypothetically 6 hours to get there, check the weather from the point you're starting, all the points in between, and where you're ending up, so that you can probably, you could put yourself in the position to properly stay safe, because Sure.
You're not going to be hurrying.
Sure.
You don't want to be hurrying. Stay focused.
Oh, these are great reminders, great ideas. Thanks for keeping us safe on those roads. Brian, great to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Great to see you too. And have a safe holiday.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.